Hi there once again. I'm bringing you another pack opening. What it is I decided to go back and pick up some more of these altered Beyond the Gates. It's an altered TCG. Actually figured out a little bit more about this. So this is going to be a two-part. So part one and part two, both a Saturday and a Sunday. But I have 5 packs. I'm going to just open the first 2 today, and the other 3 will be for tomorrow. But I wanted to only do it this way. So I wanted to talk a bit more about what I've discovered about it. Because on the first video of this, I've opened them up blind. I didn't know anything about them. So I've looked it up. And the game is quite... The rarity of the cards are kind of interesting. It has commons, which have a black border. All the commons have black borders. Then they have rares. So there's no such thing as an uncommon. There's just rares, commons, and then they have what is known as out of faction rares, because in the game there's different factions, and so a specific character it has its main faction, but there's also a card for that character in the other factions, which are called out of factions. So the codes at the bottom, there's C for commons, there's R for the rares, and there's F for the out of faction rares. Now there's also H cards as well, which I think are just the hero cards. I don't know if those are considered rares as well. I haven't figured that out yet. But the interesting thing is, for every character in this set, it has its normal rare, and well, I think there might be a common for it as well. I don't know. But there's the rare. Then it has out of faction rares, and I think it has an out of faction rare for each faction. And then for each one of those types of cards, whether it's the rare card or the out of faction F cards, there is a 1-of-1 unique card for each of the character. And those cards, those unique cards, only exist for the characters in this Beyond the Gates set. So that's why I wanted to shoot this at 2 different videos, because I don't want it to be too long to do it. And I sort of want to show you the cards. So we have a hero card. So this is an H. So I don't know if this, because it's considered a borderless card. So are the H cards, are they considered rares, or are they considered commons, or are they something unique to themselves? I don't know. And then you can tell the common cards because they have the C code, but they also have the black borders around them. And I don't believe there's no such thing as an out of faction common card. So there's an NZ. We got Foundry Engineer. I'm not sure how big the set is. Actually, it probably tells me at the bottom. No, it actually just gives the card number. So that's card number 8, and that's a common card. And we got Hu Mulan. And the characters in this game are based on real-world mythologies, real-world characters, or historical figures. I think they've been around so long that they can be used, like they don't have any copyright on them. So we got Mind Apotheosis. That's a spell card. And we're still dealing with the black border common cards. We got Muna Merchant. That's a common as well, and each one of these cards that has a QR code on it. So I don't know if I'm giving away a whole bunch of cards by doing this. I don't know. All right, we got Aether Shard. Oh, see here we have Tinkerbell. So this is a character card. She's a character fairy card, Tinkerbell character. This is a common card, but there's a Tinkerbell that's probably a rare card that's part of that faction. I haven't learned all the factions yet, but you can see the faction, that little symbol there in the corner is their faction symbol. So now we have rare cards. So we got Dorothy Gale, character, citizen. So Dorothy, Wizard of Oz. So there will be that common card, and there will also be a rare card, and there will be out of faction rare cards that are marked with an F as well. And you could also tell, and this is a tiny Jin, show a Jin, character elemental. You can tell the rares because they have that little blue sort of gem at the top, but it also, like at the bottom, it has, I don't know if you can see it, if it'll focus. It probably won't focus. It won't focus. Yeah, but it has a little R on the code at the bottom. So, and there is we got an intimidation. That's a spell card, and that is actually a spell card that's a rare card. And then there's this, whatever. I didn't get one of these in the last one. Common foiler. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that entails. So, but yeah. So I'm opening these up. Just opening these 2 packs for this because I sort of want to describe what I get. And with the 1-of-1 versions of each one, you'll know it when you see it because at the top, at like the border, instead of having like, oh, I'll show you next time I show you one of the rare cards that's got the blue gem. Instead of that, it will have a gold gem and a gold sort of background. So you'll know it exactly when you see it. So ALTERED and Surge, there's another one of those hero cards. Like I said, I don't know if those are considered rares or not. We got Harvest. We got the 3 Little Pigs. So if you like those classic sort of story characters and you want cards with artwork like that, you have to wonder though, because Mickey Mouse is now, a version of Mickey is now in the public domain, and some of those characters in public domain, will they put that in this game, or will they not risk it because they don't want to sue them? Shenlong. That's a character dragon. So all the like I said, all the characters have these. So like the spells don't have alternate cards, just the characters. At least that's what the website said. Acapella training. I think that's like the 3rd version of that card I have now. And we got meditation training, another spell card. We got Ortis Attorney. Yeah, so Ortis is one of the factions. So that's a character bureaucrat. So that means that Ortis, because it's part of the Ortis faction, there will be an Ortis attorney who's out of faction. Because I don't think I've gotten any out of faction cards yet with this. Well, one of the other ones I got like tons of them in the last ones I opened up. We got Spycraft. It's a spell card. We got Open the Gates. We got the Foundry Axiom Bastion. So this is a rare card. I think because it's got to be the rare cards. So that's part of the Axiom faction, and an Ortis Carrier. So part of the Ortis Carrier, and that's a permanent landmark. So that wouldn't have an alternate thing. We have Bountiful Meadow, another permanent landmark, also a rare card. Oh, this is a faction card. There we go. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it at the bottom, but it has a code F instead of so there is out of faction cards for the other things besides characters, but I don't believe that the characters themselves. It's like the characters themselves are the only things that can have uniques. That can only have uniques as part of that. So I got rare, I got a rare, commons. Those are all commons. I got a hero card. Whatever this common foiler is, it's obviously a common card, so it's no big deal. And we got another rare. Oh, yeah, so the Dorothy Gale. That was actually an out of faction. That was actually an out of faction rare card. We got Tinkerbell, which is common. We have common. Right, so there's no uncommons in this game. So we have these, which are the hero cards, which I'm still not sure whether those are considered rare cards or not. They don't have a black border, so they're probably somewhat rare, or they're considered part of the rare set. We have the actual, put that over there. We have the standard rare cards. So we got the Tiny Jin. So that's a character card. We have a rare Intimidation spell card. So spell cards can be rare as well, but the spell cards won't have, and they can have out of faction, I guess, spell cards as well, but they can't have, they don't have uniques. Only the characters do. And we got Foundry, Axiom Bastion, and that's a rare, part of the Axiom set. And then we have the Ordis Carrier, which is a rare. And we have the two out of faction cards I got. One is the Bountiful Metal Permanent Landmark. So again, not a character card, so it won't have a unique. But Dorothy Gale, character, citizen, and out of faction. So, and I'm assuming there is an out of faction for each different faction. And supposedly there's also the possibility that each character, each card has different, like, have slightly different artworks for each card. So there could be multiple versions of things. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm still learning. But it looks very interesting, and I like the fact that it has sort of has historic mythology in it, and it has, you know, characters from literature. I don't know if it has maybe it doesn't have characters from history, but we'll see. I don't know. Well, no, there was like a character, like a Mulan card. So that's an actual character from history, as far as I know. That's a real character. Maybe I'm wrong. You can let me know in the comments what you thought of those cards. Look for part 2 tomorrow, where I will open up the other 3 packs. I'll talk a little less about how it works, unless I somehow get an uncommon. And these price point compared to other cards are actually pretty good. I got these for like, was it like, I don't even think it was like $4 or $5 a pack. Not even that. It was like 3 something. Right? Of course, it was on sale where I bought it, but still, that's a pretty good price point for being on sale. So I like these cards. This actually might be the first trading card game I might actually be interested in playing. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. It's greatly appreciated. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff if you feel like it. I hope you're having a great day. Look out for part 2 tomorrow. Bye for now.